think there's a lot of people out there that do think FIFA wanted Argentina to win this thing. Infantino wanted a story. He wanted Messi to go back to back, and people have been doing stuff on social media and all that and sort of laughing about it.
I don't think anyone, unless you're an Argentina supporter...
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Rodri was awarded the Golden Ball for Player of the Tournament. Here is why.
Just before I go further again, so you can see what Messi is not even in this conversation.
So I look at Messi, for me, he's the player of the tournament for me.
So, was this the night that the torch was passed on by one of the greatest the sport has ever seen? Because Argentina captain Lionel Messi, visibly emotional at full time. The 39-year-old unable to become a two-time champion and may have competed in his last ever World Cup. As his head coach, Lionel Scaloni was fighting back the tears when discussing his own future with the national team before leaving the press conference completely overcome with emotion.
A formar un grupo como este que difícilmente se vuelve a formar y me duele en el alma. Lo siento.
No offense to Argentina, I don't think anyone truly cares on what they went through.
I don't think anyone, unless you're an Argentina supporter...
Oh, yeah.
...will be more pleased than what we saw Spain lifting the World Cup, because, goodness me, that was embarrassing from the defending champions, wasn't it?
I'd go as far as to say Argentina were a complete and utter disgrace today, both with their performance and their antics. We expected the antics. We expected the thuggery. We expected the off-the-ball stuff. But we also expected a lot more on the ball, a lot more purpose, a lot more about their play. They were an utter shambles. They were disgusting, disgraceful. And yeah, I mean, I'm so pleased Spain won. And I could just see a scenario at the end there, but before Spain scored, that it was going to go to penalties, or they were going to get a scruffy goal, Argentina, and win this. And Spain tried. They tried to make it a good game. They tried to get over the line. Their finishing wasn't quite great. Martinez made a lot of saves, but they were comfortable saves. But we know Argentina are not the greatest side they've ever been, but to put that kind of performance in a World Cup final, that negative, it was a disgusting performance.
We were talking before the game that the final of the World Cup was the biggest game ever.
Yeah.
And we have been presented. We saw that game, and in fact, it was a bad image of football.
It was everything that's bad with the game, really.
Yeah, exactly. We showed the worst of the worst. Well, they showed the worst of the worst. Congratulations to Spain, and there is nothing to say about Spain because they tried, but it's impossible to play. And I have to include the referee at some point. You know, Paredes came on half-time. After 15 minutes, he should have been sent off, because he came just to put the mess in the middle of the park. And they didn't try to play. As Craig said, we were ready for that, the dirty part of their football, but we were expecting something else, and we didn't have that. So it was completely negative, and that's unbearable for me. And the football is different. The way I see the football, and I was a defender, is absolutely different to what I saw today. It was a shame. It was a bad image of football. And I thought the 1990 final, Argentina against Germany, was the worst of the worst. No, we found worse. This one.
Yeah, I concur with everybody. I hated the Argentina performance. There's this thing where they'll do anything to get a victory, and you know they'll try tricks and the dark arts, etc., etc. We've heard it, but it's a really bad image for them, isn't it? You know, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look great. You're talking about arguably the greatest player in the world. Yet his teammates act as if they're not interested in football. They just want to do anything else apart from win a football match. They'll just do it by fair means or foul. They'll kick, they'll punch, they'll drag, they'll dive, they'll do anything. I mean, we went crazy over Paraguay's performance against France. That was worse. That was awful today. And as you said, in the biggest game in the world, the eyes of the nation, the eyes of the whole universe looking at this game, and you're subjected to that. Where, as you said, if you're a neutral, all you're praying for is, you know what, I hope Spain score.
Yeah.
I hope Spain score, and then let's finish this game and get over with. And then after the end of the game, we're all sitting there going, I bet you Argentina caused chaos after the game. I bet you they're going to be pushing and pulling and
they did.
And of course, that's happened as well off camera, you know. And it's just, I mean, I'm glad the result's gone.
Yeah.
Argentina were awful. And I thought their performances today was terrible. And I hope they're lambasted for it. In Argentina, they'll probably go down as warriors, as heroes, etc., etc. But that type of performance is not becoming of a team like that.
No, it's
And also, what he's about to say right now is a top of the points in regards to how FIFA literally were babyfying Argentina, most especially what's his name again, Messi, seeing how Lewandowski was meant to win the Ballon d'Or when I don't forget what team it was then when they won the Champions League. I'm not sure if they won the Champions League or so. I think they did. And to see how he was treated, to see how Lewandowski was treated, did not get the Ballon d'Or and was given to Messi. Just hear what he has to say. For those who remember when Lewandowski was meant to win the Ballon d'Or, but however, it was given to Lionel Messi. And this is when the concept of Messi being the FIFA princess become a thing. So, he actually did not held back on this situation. He literally called out FIFA for what they were actually attempting to do, but unfortunately, they failed. Now, listen to this.
I think there's a lot of people out there that do think FIFA wanted Argentina to win this thing. Infantino wanted a story. He wanted Messi to go back to back, and people have been doing stuff on social media and all that, and sort of laughing about it, half joking and half serious, and that's kind of how it felt at times. But
because the next thing I'm about to show you was mainly a lot of people were literally saying Lionel Messi should have won the Golden Ball. But however, the same way Rodri won the Ballon d'Or during the time that City won the Champions League, the same performance he actually put forward.
Of course, Rodri was awarded the Golden Ball for Player of the Tournament. Here is why. He made the most passes of any player, 799. If I do my maths really quickly, there's about 100 every game.
So just before he says anything, for those who are going to probably say, oh, Messi, well, yes, based on what he's going to probably say later, yes, it makes sense from his own point of view. But when we're looking at players who are doing the Eden work, Busquets was not known to be the special player for Spain for a very long time. It was last 5 years, or let's say last 3 years or 5 years ago, we began to then realize that Busquets was the main machine in the midfield. Now we began to recognize the CDMs to be one of the special players in the midfield. And Rodri, look at that, 799. Look, 799, but let's continue.
He also covered the most distance. That's over 96,000 metres. That is a lot in 8 matches, nearly 6,000 metres further than the second.
Just before I go further again, so you can see what Messi is not even in this conversation. Messi is not doing the run. He's not helping the team. He's not putting the work in. Look, McAllister is the one that's there. Alexis McAllister is the one that's in there. He did maybe 5 times what Messi did. So how are you then going to say Messi should win it over Rodri? But let's continue.
Best. That's Liverpool's Argentina midfielder, Alexis McAllister. Right, we've spoken about it before, Jay. The Golden Ball award went to Rodri. You don't think he should have got it?
No, I mean, listen, there's definitely a conversation for it. Like, we've seen Rodri's stats there. They've been fantastic. He was instrumental to the way Spain play. He dictates a tempo of games. He manages the players around him. You know, even other players and coaches said that he was the one that dictates the press, when they should press and when not to. His quality on the ball is undoubted. His range of passing, again, undoubted. And then, obviously, not in this competition, but, you know, for his club, we've seen him chipping with some mates.
Just before I let him finish, and his reason for saying Messi should win it, given everything is mentioned right now, Rodri is the main one that's determining the pace of the game. That makes him kind of like a pre-manager, or let's just say a manager playing on the pitch. He's the one doing the majority of it. A person covered 96,000 meters on a pitch in the whole tournament. And the old tournament, he mentioned everything. He's defending, the attacking, everything. This guy is doing all the job. And just listen to the reasons why he said Messi should win.
Major goals as well. So he's a fantastic player. But when I think about the best player at the tournament, I'm thinking about the best moments as well. I'm looking at the team that are with him. So I look at Messi. For me, he's the player of the tournament for me. He's in a very average Argentina team. If Messi's not in that side,
Please stop that. Why would you say it's an average? The Argentinian team is no average team. It's no average team. This is the problem we have. Why would you call Argentina team an average team? Argentina team is beyond. They were good, but the problem is they play with Spain young academic team. So he's going to go further to say if Rodri is not on the team, they will play well. Just listen to this.
they don't win. They don't win the games that they did, but they don't even get to the final. Whereas you take Rodri out, Spain, there's still a good chance that they can go and win a competition with the players they've got. I've seen Spain play really well without Rodri in there when Zubimendi had to step in the Euros. So Spain are definitely capable of that. Of course, Messi's been getting us off our seats. He's got, his goals, his assists, chances created, all of these things.
Please stop it. He's only created 4 chances. Messi only created 4 chances. Mbappe has more similar chances to Messi. Mbappe had 10 goals. What's his name again? Olise had, I think, 7 assists. He had more than Messi. So what is he talking about? What is he talking about? A person who's contributing. So he's saying if you remove Rodri, they will still perform. But there's nobody that can replace Rodri, same as nobody can replace Messi. It's just it. So saying the Argentinian team is an average team without Messi is just disrespect. It's a disrespectful statement towards the Spanish squad, to every team who's played. To even disrespect to even the Argentina team themselves. This part they might find my comments angry, like that's their God. He's their God. To see how Argentina played, I think it's in 1980 something or 1960 something when they won it. Seeing how those back then they all played, and it was worse than this. This generation of World Cup was worse than that. You would expect that the World Cup of this time will be played with a very much diligently, and expect that the billions of people are watching it. I think 1.3 billion people are watching it, and then you're going to put that kind of performance, disrespect the football. Some Americans are discovering what they call soccer for the first time, knowing the players, and this is the image you're going to give them. This is the kind of image the whole world is watching it, all because you want to make Messi winning again. If you don't like Ronaldo, that's fine. We see Ronaldo as a person who's put it out there like, look, you can be whatever you want. You might not be gifted with the raw skills, but you can work hard to be. We chose Ronaldo. Football chose Ronaldo. You chose Messi. And in this aspect, what the whole world has actually come to realize is Messi is a good player, is a raw gifted player. No shadow of a doubt. But however, his career is ended knowing there was a FIFA princess, and it's all obvious. The Lewandowski situation in which he won the Ballon d'Or shows he was being favored. He's got the talent. But now imagine ending an all amazing, fabulous career knowing that you have always been favored by FIFA. You will see this guy play on the pitch, pushing people, slapping people. He will not get no yellow card. But when those players retaliated, you see the yellow card. We saw everything. So Messi, to you on FIFA, you've ruined FIFA, we've ruined football for us. And I'm glad Spain won. I am not Spanish, you can tell from my accent. I'm Nigerian, British. I'm Nigerian, British. But let's put it that way. But however, I'm glad Spain won. I'm glad Lamine Yamal, the way they said he didn't perform. Look, with Lamine Yamal, we're expecting Lamine Yamal to be dribbling 10 people. No. This World Cup, it was giving rules. The rules is, boy, I need you to pass the ball. I need you to make 3, 4, 5, no, even no more than 5 move, pass the ball. Did you see Lamine take more than 10 passes trying to dribble everybody? No, the boy played the ball. So we expect him to dribble people. That's the standard we expect him to do. But in this tournament, he's expected to hold the ball, got the ball, and passed the ball. We saw their number 3, how he kicked him on the back of his leg, but the boy still did not complain. So this showed. So Spain already had the foundation, the technical foundation, to ensure that when they played in the same squad, they beat everybody. Because when they come back into that team, you think it's Barcelona against the world. The Spanish team is Barcelona against the world. So to everybody who's kind of saying that, no, Argentina is not average team without Messi. Argentina is a more same team without Messi. The only difference is they only just go with their skipper. The guy who's going to come in, the playmaker, to make sure he does everything. He is what Messi is. If Rodri is not there, are you telling me then, what's it called? Spanish is not on that? No, Spanish is still the same team they are. They've always been that way. Even when Iniesta and Xavi was not in the team, if they leave that team, some other players will take over, because why? They'll have the same foundation. The way you have the British curriculum of education is the same thing for football, for Spanish. This is for the Spanish team. But unfortunately, Spain won, and I'm glad that Argentina lost because the world needs it.